Hi, I have Charlotte with me from
Hi.
Elements.
Hi,
Charlotte.
Martin. So for the first 100 customers that are trying the app, we provide a 1-year free license
Oh, okay.
in exchange of feedback on the app so we can continue to improve it. One of the limitations on Jira Service Management is that you have no change history. You cannot see who, when, what. You have no information and you cannot go back. Help the team really manage everything and track the work, but also break down all the barriers between also the teams and their ways of working. So yeah.
Yeah, cool. We find out we can speak German well enough and I can speak French well enough, so we agreed to do it in English. You're from Elements, and before we talk about what you do, let's talk a little bit about use cases that you see customers have challenges with or work on, or important that your apps tie into. Can we talk about what's bugging customers that you can help with?
Basically, Elements is really focusing on ITSM and ESM use cases for customers. We saw that ITSM has changed quite a little bit and maybe a lot on the marketplace as well, but also on the customer perspective. And we are now moving more to ESM, so we can answer use cases from the marketing team, the finance team, but also HR.
Does ESM just mean that ITSM is only for IT teams and ESM is then for everyone, or?
Yes, basically that's we are taking all the ITSM concept and we're bringing them to enterprise, so different services. Jira Confluence can be used by all the teams within a company.
Yeah.
So basically,
so enterprise service management for marketing, for HR, for legal, whatever.
Exactly. And basically you can, for example, deal with onboarding processes for HR with Jira Service Management. You can really answer all those questions, like you raise a support request on Jira Service Management saying like, okay, I have these new team members, and basically that's how you can deal with that within Jira Service Management, but also with Jira Classic software, I would say. So you can really use these tools for the whole process and help the team really manage everything and track the work, but also break down all the barriers between also the teams and their ways of working. So yeah.
Yeah, cool. What type of apps does Elements do? Like, what are you most successful, or?
We have two really big successful apps on the marketplace. So we have Elements Copy and Sync. So basically, Elements Copy and Sync are copy, clone, synchronized issues and the full hierarchy of issues between Jira Service Management to Jira Software, but also from a Jira Software project to another one.
Okay.
And we have also the remote sites or remote instances. So basically, we are able to clone and synchronize the issues from, for example, Elements Jira to Seibert Jira, and make sure that all information
So
are
cross-company collaboration.
Cross-company collaboration.
Or is that a backup thing? No, like
it's not a backup thing, but it's more if to collaborate with partners, but it's also to collaborate for companies that has different sites as well.
And do I have to have two licenses then, or how does that work?
Basically, it really depends on the synchronization you would like to do. You need to have to install the app on both instances. But if you want to only send the synchronization, for example, from Elements to Seibert, you will have only a free version of the app. But if I want to receive synchronized information from your site, you will need to pay as well for the app.
Yeah, okay.
So it really depends on what you want to do with the app. We made it mainly for cross-team work, but I mean, like, it's really useful, the remote instances. The second popular app that we have on the marketplace is Elements Connect. So Elements Connect bring external data inside Jira. So basically, if you are using a CRM like Salesforce or HubSpot, we can bring those information on Jira Service Management for the customer on the portal. So we can recognize him based on his email domain. And then you have all the information, and you can have like dedicated select list and everything, but also for the support agent. So he has more information and more context to solve the use case. And if he's not able to solve with those information, he can just transfer it as a L3 ticket to the developer team. And basically, they can have even more context, and you can bring multi-sources in one tool. So you can use a CRM, you can use an Active Directory, you can also use an external data source database. So it's really a global tool.
Okay, but you want to show us something different today?
Yes, today I wanted to show something really different. Elements is really shifting, as I told you, into ESM and ITSM use cases. So we released 2 new apps on the marketplace. One something like 6 months ago called Elements Pulse. It's on XLA, Experience Level Agreement. So you take SLAs and you just decide to go further to measure the experience, the true experience of the customer. But today I wanted to show Elements Catalyst. So Elements Catalyst is really brand new on the marketplace. It was released in March. So it's a cloud apps and a Forge app.
Okay.
And basically that's a service catalog optimization for Jira Service Management. So I prepared.
What is a service management catalog?
A service management catalog is when you are on GSM and you are, as a customer, arrived on the GSM, you have a catalog of all the requests you can have. You know, you can have,
I'm still learning the terms. Okay.
The service catalog, you can have like the request for HR, you can have the request for finance team, you can have the request for the support team. You can
and
have
you're changing that somehow? The visual?
No, we're not changing the visuals. That's the role of other apps on the marketplace. But basically, we are taking all of the data that we can, so we can provide actionable insights on what you need to improve on your Jira Service Management. So you make sure that your customer or your employee find the right request. Basically, that they are requesting the right person. You can avoid shadow IT. You can avoid a lot of things. Like basically, all the challenges here that is addressing Elements Catalyst.
Okay.
So basically, sometimes you have long queues and a lot of issues. So basically,
yeah, I know that one.
Yeah, you know that one. We can say like, okay, so this is a problem. This is how you can maybe solve it based on the data. You have also catalog items, so basically a request that are not used at all, and you are not even aware that they are not used, or they are completely outdated with old data information in it. So you have also historical data inside the app. So you
I can relate to those things. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like shadow IT, I think I'm one of the best person for that. When I have IT problems, I already reach my IT manager on Teams. And like, okay, I have a problem. So yeah, I'm not using the GSM, and that's a problem. So basically, maybe we can use our apps with data, saying like, okay, we have shadow IT problems. Maybe we need to improve the requests by adding more information or whatever to just reduce that.
Let's catalyze this. Show me.
So basically, you have no information or no lack of service ownership or whatever. So it can be really a problem. I've prepared a use case on shadow IT, but maybe it's a bit better if I show you the app live.
Yeah, absolutely.
So basically here, this is a HR service catalog.
2 catalog items.
We have catalog items, and we have also
that was
inside...
most likely a dumb question that I was asking, but that's part of the game, yeah.
Yeah, that's part of the game, but that's also ServiceNow language. And maybe, as you know, Atlassian is trying to take over some of their customers, so they're also adapting and everything. So we're doing the same. Yeah. So this is also catalog item inside, and this is basically the service request inside the service catalog. So if I go inside the app, so where do I find the project settings? And then I go inside the app. I've already set up all the apps. So basically, yeah, it's not showing all the first slides that are really, you can see the portals and all the groups that you have, because sometimes a request belongs to several portal groups and everything. So you can see all the dependencies and basically where the problems are. The bigger the portal is, the bigger the problems are with maintaining, with having information and be sure that everything is up to date. So here we build a playground. So we have basically data inside, so it's a bit more valuable. So here you can see all the request type that you have inside
that I
your
didn't
portal.
understand. So you clicked play demo, and what happened now?
We are inside a demo, some sort of sandbox.
Yeah,
so
okay.
You have data. So
Yeah.
even if you install the app today on your instance, even if you have no data inside the app, you can play the demo so you can see the value of the app.
Yeah, okay.
So basically we'll take whatever new onboarding employee. So basically here you can define a service owner, so you know who you need to reach out to if you have any problem. So I can say that it's Alana Grant, for example. You can define the price and the cost. We'll come to that a bit later. You can see all the requests. The last time the request was raised, so you know if people are still using the request, and the last time it was updated, so you know if you need maybe to update the content, the information and everything, and you see if it's live, if it's active or not, and showing on the portal. So basically, if I go to employee onboarding, then you see basically here it's like a shortcut to go inside GSM settings for the request. So this is just, shortcut. But we can add also financial information. We saw that sometimes customer in enterprise company, basically...
Oh, they actually charge stuff.
They actually charge the different services. So you can say that, okay, my service is the cost or the price. And you can say, okay, I want to display it to the customer on the portal. So when you raise a request, he knows how much it will cost to his service. And one of the most powerful things of the tool is that you have analytics. So I can see all my top requesters. So I know that if I have a problem with my request, basically the most people who use it are the sales team. So maybe go to the sales team to really understand the needs and what you can do. Here you have also the cost per ticket evolution. So maybe if you have a growing cost, maybe you need to do something about it. You have the total revenues and stuff like that. The request recategorization by agents. So if a ticket is recategorized, most of the time it means that the category is not the good one. So a high number is a true problem that you need to solve. So that's it. You have also a type change. You never want to have a recategorization or a type change, because it means that, your portal and your requests are not maybe fitting the need of your employee or the customers. And basically here you can also see the left empty fields. So basically that's kind of the same of the recategorization or the request type change. Empty fields means that probably the person who filled out the form didn't understand what they were supposed to put inside. So you need probably to take action to be sure that you reduce that number. As an employee or as a customer, when you don't know how to fill the form, you drop it and you find another way to do it. That's not the right one. So basically, it's to make sure that people really use the service catalogs and to be sure that the catalog items are up to date and fitting the needs. So we provide those kind of data to make sure that we meet the needs. What we saw as well is that one of the limitations on Jira Service Management is that you have no change history. Basically, when you're updating a request in the settings, you cannot see who, when, what. You have no information and you cannot go back. So basically, we build the change history. So you have all the information, or you can see like, okay, so the date of the change summary, and the change details. So you have the old value, the new value, So, and you can also narrow it down, so you make sure that you know basically what changed. So that's the point of a history. Because Jira natively is not providing those information.
Like an audit log? Or...
Yes, basically that's an audit log of your service catalog.
Okay, I think I basically understand it. Let me try to rephrase the use case, and then you correct me. So I'm using Jira Service Management, and it has been a while, and I'm seeing troubles here and there. People don't use it, they circumvent it, they in some of the catalog items in my service catalog are heavily used. And then they need to be recategorized. And all of these things, these symptoms, I can analyze with your app and find out, okay, this may be a point where I need to go in. So it doesn't help me think, but it helps me get some information on where I may need to optimize stuff.
Yes, basically the app is providing you data to actually conduct more qualitative interviews or stuff like that to understand what's happening, so you can change and then monitor again with the app that you actually correct.
Are there other apps that are doing similar things? Or?
No, basically currently we are the only one on the marketplace.
Yeah, I also didn't see anything like that yet. So yeah, we're both hoping that customers will need that and will come in droves.
Yeah, the first insight what we got from customers and partners are really good. So we hope that the app will be used. For the moment, we have also a beta tester program, I would say. So for the first 100 customers that are trying the app, we provide a 1-year free license in exchange of feedback on the app, so we can continue to improve it. And it's really valuable for us because we want to build
which number are you? So is that still on when the video goes on, or you're going to be... However, you can check out with us. You can check out with Charlotte and Elements if you can become part of this beta program.
Yeah.
Sounds interesting. You should have some JSM exposure, I would say. If you don't know anything about enterprise service management right now, that's probably not the first app that you want to install. But if you want to go quickly, maybe it is.
Yeah, basically, if you have a large service portal on GSM, that's a really good app to help you optimizing and make sure that people are using the portal the way you want them to use the portal.
Okay. Charlotte?
Great.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you very much for having us.